When Babur died in 1530, the Mughal empire he left behind was vast in ambition but fragile in foundation, and his son Humayun ascended the throne not as a conqueror hardened by decades of war, but as a gentle, scholarly ruler, inheriting enemies on all sides, divided nobles within, and a treasury already under strain. Humayun was intelligent, deeply interested in astronomy, poetry, and mysticism, yet lacked the ruthless decisiveness required to command an empire still fighting for survival. And almost immediately his reign was challenged by rival Afghan chiefs, ambitious brothers, and most dangerously, a rising force named Sher Khan Sur, whose patience and military genius would soon eclipse Humayun's authority. Instead of crushing rebellion swiftly, Humayun made fatal compromises, granting provinces to his brothers Kamran, Askari, and Hindal, fracturing imperial unity, while Sher Khan consolidated power in Bengal and Bihar, transforming from a minor rebel into a formidable commander. The inevitable clash came in 1539 at the Battle of Chausa, where Humayun, overconfident and unprepared, was disastrously defeated by Sher Khan, barely escaping with his life by clinging to a water carrier's aid, a humiliation that shattered Mughal prestige. And when the final blow fell at the Battle of Kanaush in 1540, Humayun lost not just battles, but the entire empire, forcing him into exile as Sher Khan crowned himself Sher Shah Sur, establishing the Sur Empire. Stripped of throne, army, and homeland, Humayun wandered through Sindh and Rajasthan, rejected by former allies, betrayed by his own brothers, enduring hunger, heat, and despair. Yet it was during this darkest period that history quietly reshaped him. For in 1542, in the desolate fortress of Umarkot, Humayun's wife Hamida Banu Begum gave birth to a son named Akbar, a child born not in a palace but in exile, destined to become one of India's greatest emperors. Pursued relentlessly, Humayun fled westward into Persia, seeking refuge from Shah Tahmasp of the Safavid Empire. And though this alliance required him to adopt Persian customs and Shia practices temporarily, it proved transformative, as Persian military support, culture, administration, and art profoundly influenced Humayun's vision of kingship, planting the seeds of the Mughal court's future splendor. With Persian troops at his side, Humayun slowly rebuilt strength, reclaiming Kandahar and Kabul. Yet his path back to India remained uncertain until the Sur Empire weakened under incompetent successors after Sher Shah's death, opening a narrow window of opportunity. Seizing this moment, Humayun returned in 1555 with renewed determination, discipline, and strategy, recapturing Delhi and restoring Mughal rule after 15 years of exile, proving that empires can fall in a moment but require patience, learning, and resilience to rise again. However, fate remained cruelly ironic, for only months after reclaiming his throne, Humayun slipped while descending the steps of his library at Purana Kila, struck his head, and died in 1556, leaving behind an empire restored but unfinished, and a young 13-year-old Akbar to inherit the legacy shaped as much by defeat as by victory. Humayun's life stands not as a tale of constant triumph, but a rare historical lesson that failure can be a forge, exile a classroom, and loss a preparation for greatness. Because without Humayun's suffering, patience, and Persian-influenced vision, the golden age of Akbar and the magnificence of the Mughal Empire might never have existed.